Hare Krishna, welcome everyone to our Chaitanya Caritamrta audio class. We'll begin with our prayers. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चना गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna. So welcome everyone. We are continuing our discussion from Chaitanya Caritamrta. We are in Madhya Lila, chapter 21, entitled The Opulence and the Sweetness of Krishna. In the last chapter, we heard Sanatana Goswami meeting Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He asked many questions. Kiyami kene amare jarita patre. Sadhya sadhana shreshth na hoy nishchay. Can you please tell me who am I, why I am suffering, what is sadhan, what is sadhya? Krishna describes all these wonderful questions. He answers them. He describes the various avatars of the Lord. Swayam Prakash, Swayam Rupa, Tadekatma. Then 5 types of avatars. Gunavatar, Manvantar avatar, lila avatar, Yuga avatar, Shaktiavesh avatar. In the course of description of Yuga avatar, Sanatana Goswami tries to trick Mahaprabhu by telling him to describe exactly who is that Yuga avatar for Kali Yuga. Mahaprabhu doesn't answer that question. He continues to describe various things. And then he describes how, in the end of the chapter, how Krishna's lila are eternal. They are nitya lila. In this chapter, we have heard Mahaprabhu continues the description of the spiritual world. We have discussed till verse number 15. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has described about the Paravyoma. And then we'll continue from verse number 16. In this, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he starts describing the opulence of Krishna in Vrindavan as depicted in Brahma Vimohan Lila. Very wonderfully, Mahaprabhu describes this entire episode. Seho Rahu Brajayabhi Krishna Avatar Tara Charitra Vicharite Manana Pai Par. Apart from the logic, argument, and all the negative positive processes, Lord Krishna was present at Vrindavan. Tara charitra vicharite mane na paye apar. Nobody could find the limit to the opulences of Krishna. When Krishna was present in Vrindavan, his opulences were unlimited. Nobody could understand by using the logic and intelligence and argument. Krishna has unlimited opulences. Mahaprabhu has quoted so many verses in the previous first 15 verses of this chapter. How even Ananta cannot describe, how even Krishna cannot understand his own qualities. His qualities are unlimited. Even Brahma, Shiva, they are all not capable of understanding Krishna. So at Vrindavan, Lord, He created all the material and spiritual universes in a moment. The opulences of Krishna are unlimited. And all these material and spiritual planets, they were created with their predominating deities. Kaviraj Goswami Mahaprabhu says that actually we do not find such opulence anywhere. The opulences of Krishna cannot be found anywhere. He is Asama Urdhva. Nobody can be equal to Krishna or greater than Krishna. When Krishna entered Mathura, all the ladies of Mathura, they are remembering the opulence, they are remembering the fortune of the gopis. And just see how beautiful Krishna is. Asamordhvam ananya siddham dirghi pibanti anusavabhinavam durapam ekant dham yashasha shri aishwarasya. What must be the fortune of the gopis? They were drinking this beauty of Krishna every day, who is the essence of loveliness. Lavanya saram asama urdhvam. There is nobody equal to him or greater than him. So the opulence of Krishna as he exhibits in Vrindavan, it is unlimited. It is not found anywhere. And simply by hearing the pastimes of Krishna in Vrindavan, one gets completely overwhelmed sometimes. And then Prabhupada writes how Krishna, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is actually indicating this Brahma Vimohan Lila. Seeing the pastimes of Krishna, even Brahma gets bewildered, he gets agitated, because after killing Aghasur, the news spread all over the universe, because Aghasur was not a small demon. He was terrorizing everyone. Even Devatas were fearful of Aghasur. And Krishna just killed him. So, without taking any weapons, he just expanded his body inside Aghasur. And Aghasur, he died. So Brahma, he wanted to test, who is this Krishna who killed Aghasur? Is he the same Lord who has appeared? Prabhupada writes, he describes the last part of this Brahma Vimohan Lila, how Brahma, as he stole all the cows and the calves, Krishna within a moment manifested all the cows and calves and all the bugle, horn and everything. And the cowherd boys, they are all Krishna. Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Pratibhavita. Prabhupada writes, in spiritual planets, the predominating deity is Narayan, and in material planets, the predominating deity is Brahma. So Brahma also gets bewildered. Brahma also cannot understand who is Krishna. Prabhupada writes, this verse says, Eimat anyatra nahi shuniye adbhut yahara shravane chitte hoye avadhut. Avadhut means one gets agitated sometimes. In some other writings, it is written as hayadhut. One gets purified, one gets cleansed off. Anyone who hears the pastimes of Krishna, he gets purified in his consciousness. That is the natural outcome of hearing Krishna Katha. Pravishta karna randrena swanam bhava saroruham dhunoti shamalam Krishna shalilasya atha sharat. As one hears Krishna Katha, the sound vibration, when it enters the ear and reaches the heart gets purified. And that purified soul can practice bhakti with determination. Yesham tu antagatam papam jananam punya karmanam te dvandva moha nirmukta bhajante mam dridhavrataha. So if you want to perform dridha bhakti, then we should live a sinless life. So Krishna, he had unlimited cows and the calves. Nobody could count the number. And every calf, every cowherd boy had many cows and calves. Koti, Arbud, Shankh, Padma. This was the number system there. What is this Koti, Arbud? Prabhupada also gives some explanation. And in Ramayana also one explanation comes when Ravan is hearing the number of monkeys in the army of Lord Ram. So there the Shuk and Saran, they had gone to spy, and Shuka comes back and he's telling the number of monkeys in the army of Lord Ram. So some of the terms he also mentions there. He says 100 lakh crores. 100 lakh is called 1 crore. 100,000 crore is called 1 Shankhu. 100,000 Shankhu is called 1 Mahashankhu. 100,000 Mahashankhu is called 1 Vrinda. 100,000 Vrinda is called 1 Mahavrinda. And 100,000 Mahavrinda is called Padma. So all these numbers are mentioned in this 20th verse. So the numbers of calves all these boys had, they were like Koti, Arbud, Shankh, Padma. That means it was unlimited. Prabhupada also in the purport, he gives in the detail of what is this numbering system. Vedic mathematical calculation, Prabhupada describes. So they had unlimited cows, unlimited calves, and they had their cane, flutes, then their horns, then their garments. Krishna became everything. Bhagavatam describes, Shukdev Goswami says, Yavat vatsa bhavatsa kalpakavapu yavat karangryadikam yavat yashti vishana venu dalasik yavat vibhushambaram yavat shila gunabhidha kritivayo yavat viharadikam sarvam vishnumayo giro angavat sarvat swarupo babhu yashti vishan venu dalasik yavad karangri adikam. He became everything. The hands and the legs of all the cowherd boys, they were exactly the same as the original ones. He became the flute, he became the bugle horn, he became everything. Yashti, Vishana, Venu, he became the flute, he became the stick, the herding stick. In fact, he had the same mannerisms, same idiosyncrasies which the original cowherd boys had. Sheel, Guna, Abhidha, Kriti, Vayo. Same nature, same age, everything same. So, Sarvam Vishnumayam Giro Angavat Sarvaswarupo Bhavo. Krishna became everything. And by that time, Brahmaji, he took the original set of calves, he went and hid them in a cave, put them in a mystic slumber, and he came back. By that time, it was 1 year here. In this 1 year, all these Krishnas, they are doing all the wonderful pastimes. The calves, the cows, the mothers, the gopis, they were experiencing such joy. Earlier, they would love Krishna more than their children. But now they were loving their children same as Krishna, because now their children were Krishna. So after a year, when Brahmaji comes back, and he sees the same set of cows, cowherd boys and everything here also, he becomes really bewildered and confused. And then suddenly, as he goes back and forth to check, is it that when I come here, Krishna goes and gets those calves and the cowherd boys and puts it here, and when I go back to see, Krishna puts them back there? What is happening? He becomes completely bewildered, and ultimately, as he is trying to figure out, all the cowherd boys and the calves, they become Vishnu Murtis. Every Vishnu Murti is surrounded by the prominent devatas and the personification of the elements. offering prayers. So that's how. And they were surrounded by all the Brahma, Shiva, and all the Devtas. And this Brahma is seeing all this. Brahma really gets bewildered. And then Brahmaji, he understood his mistake. And he comes to this conclusion. He offers prayers. Now Mahaprabhu tells the prayers. He says, if somebody says that I know Krishna, let them say. Whatever they want to say, let them say. But as far as I am concerned, I don't know Krishna. ये तोमार अनंत वैभवामृत सिंधु मोरवान मनोगोचर नहे एक बिंदु. Your pastimes, Vaibhav Amrit Sindhu, your opulences, they are like the ocean of nectar. And my Mora Manovan Gamya Nahi Ekabindu. I cannot understand even a drop of this nectar by my words, by my mind, by my intelligence. It is beyond me. I cannot understand. It is difficult to even fathom the extent of the depth of these wonderful pastimes which you are performing. The famous verse from Bhagavatam, Mahaprabhu quotes, Jananta eva jananta kim bahuktya nami prabho manaso vapusho vacho vaibhavam tava gocharaha. There are people who say, I know everything about Krishna. Jananta eva jananta. Let them say. Let them say that they know. But kim bahuktya nami prabho. But as far as I am considered, Kim Bahuktya, I do not wish to speak anything about all these things. Let them speak. Jananta eva jananta Kim Bahu Uktya Name Prabhu. But I will not speak anything. I will not comment on their understanding. But Manaso Vapusho Vacho Vaibhavam Tava Gochara. As far as I am concerned, let me say this much. I cannot understand you, my Lord, by my words, manasa, vapusha, vacha. By my mind, by my words, by my body, I cannot understand. Vaibhavam tava gochara, it is all beyond. Lord is adhokshaja. Lord cannot be perceived by our mundane senses. Prabhupada writes. This is how when Krishna exhibited his opulence, Brahmaji is admitting how fallen he is, how insignificant he is. And then he says, let the glories of Krishna be. Who could be aware of all of them? Nobody can understand Krishna completely. And just like Krishna's glories are unlimited, Vrindavan is also unlimited. So just try to see them all and be pacified seeing the glories of Vrindavan. What is the glory of Vrindavan? Vrindavan, technically speaking, it is only 16 kroshas or 32 miles. But entire Vaikuntha, all the Vaikuntha planets, we heard last time. What is the dimension of one Vaikuntha planet? Mahaprabhu has described one Vaikuntha planet. What is this one Vaikuntha planet? It is also unlimited. Each planet of Vaikuntha is like 100,000, 10,000, 1 lakh, or 1 million yojanas. That means it is unlimited. And similarly, there are millions of unlimited Vaikuntha planets. And this Vrindavan, which is only 32 miles, all the Vaikuntha planets, they are in one corner of this Vrindavan. How is this possible? We should not use our material intelligence to understand spiritual concepts. They are beyond us. Material intelligence fails to understand the spiritual reality, spiritual realm. They are beyond. Prabhupada would say, Kupamandu Kanyai. It is like frog in a well. We can never understand what is the spiritual reality. So therefore, what he says, I'm just trying to give a glimpse. How? आपण ऐश्वर्य कृष्णेरा नाही अपार ऐश्वर्य कृष्णेरा नाही का गणन शाखा चंद्र क्या न्याय कोरी दिग दर्शन apar aishwarya krishna nahi ka ganan. Krishna's opulences are unlimited. Vrindavan is unlimited. What I am doing is just trying to give a glimpse. Shakha Chandra Nyaya. If a small child has to be taught that what is moon, he doesn't know what is moon. So mother, she takes the child out and she shows the two branches of the tree. And she says, can you see the two branches of the tree? He says, yes. Can you see something round, white round thing there? He said, yes. That is moon. He says, oh, it is so near. I want this moon. So a child can never understand. It is just an indication of moon. Exact. Actually, moon is unlimitedly big, very big than that small white structure in the middle of the branches. So therefore, Krishna's opulences are unlimited. Nobody can describe the opulences of Krishna. Nobody can describe the opulences of Vrindavan. Then Mahaprabhu starts describing unlimited opulence of Krishna by quoting some verses from Bhagavatam, and then he explains wonderful story of Brahmaji meeting Krishna in Dwarka. So Mahaprabhu quoted a beautiful verse as he is meditating on the oceanic pastimes and opulences of Krishna. He becomes perplexed. Just meditating on the opulences of Krishna, he becomes overwhelmed. And somehow he speaks this verse, which comes in the third canto of Bhagavatam. Swayam Toshamyatishayastradhisha Swarajya Lakshmyapta Samasta Kama Balim Haradbhi Chiraloka Palai Kirita Koti Ritpada Pithai. Swayam tu asamya atishaya tradhishaha. That Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, he is tradhishaha. He is the master of three worlds. He is the master of three principal demigods. And asamya atishaya. There is nobody equal to or greater than Krishna. Swayam tu asamya atishaya tryadhisha. He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is the master of all the three predominating deities, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. He is the master of three worlds. Nobody is equal to him or greater than him. Swarajya Lakshmi Apta Samastakamaha. And by his spiritual energy, known as Swarajya Lakshmi, all his desires are fulfilled. Samasta Aptakam. He is Aptakam. As soon as he desires something, his desires are fulfilled. Aptakam. And all the devatas, when they come to offer their respects, Kirit Balim Haradbi Chiraloka Palai, including Brahma and Shiva, they come and offer their respects. They bring some offerings in respect of Krishna. Kirit Koti Ritpada Pithai, and as they bow down their helmets, they touch the lotus feet of Krishna. So that is the opulence of Krishna. They offer prayers to the Lord. It is described about the opulence of Vaikuntha. Shri Swami Pushkarinika Plava Nirmalanga Shreyarthino Hara Virinchi Sanandanadya Dware Vasanti Dware vasanti varavetra hatottamanga Shri Venkatachalapate Tava Suprabhatam. What is happening in Vaikuntha? Brahma, Indra, Chandra, Lord Shiva, they all take bath in Pushkarani and they are in line taking darshan of the Lord. And on the gates, Dware Vasanti Varavetra Hatottamanga, on the gate, Jai Vijay is there, they have a Vetra stick in their hand. And sometimes when some Devta is speaking, chanting loudly, they hit on their heads. Chant softly, others are also chanting. That is the glory of Vishnu. And Krishna, he is a source of Vishnu's. Swayam Tvashamya Dishayastradhisha. He is Stradhisha. Nobody is equal to him or greater than him. He is the cause of all causes. Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govinda Sarvakarana Karanam. He is a master of everything. He is a supreme controller. He has no origin. He is the cause of all causes. And then Mahaprabhu starts describing the word Triyadhisha. What is this Triyadhisha, the master of the three? He gives four explanations. The Lord Krishna is the master of Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. He is the master of Karanodakshaya Vishnu, Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, Shirodakshaya Vishnu. He is the master of Vrindavan, Vaikuntha, and material world. He is the master of higher planetary systems, middle planetary systems, and lower planetary systems. Tradhisha. So Mahaprabhu explains all these meanings. First, he describes the general meaning, the Samanya Artha. He is the master of Tradhisha. That means the Lord of three Guna Avatar. He is all the predominating deities. Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. They carry out the orders of Krishna. In his conversation with Narad Muni, Brahmaji, he speaks a very, very important verse in the second canto, 6th chapter. Narad Muni, he came and he had a doubt. He told Brahmaji, "Oh my father, I think you are the supreme. By your own power, you create, you maintain, and you destroy this world just like a spider. Urnanabhi, spider creates the web, maintains it, and eats it, destroys it. I think you are the supreme." All Brahmaji had to say was, "Yes, yes, you are right." And actually, Brahmaji does it. It was not wrong also. But Brahmaji, as a honest servant, first of all, he thanks Narad Muni. Samyak karunikassedam vatsate vichikitsatam yadaham chodita samyam bhagavad virya darshane. You have shown extreme mercy on me by asking me this topic of the Lord. Because you have allowed me to think and meditate on the glories of the Supreme Lord. And then Brahmaji says, actually, I am just recreating whatever is created by the Lord. Srijyam srijami srishtoham. And then he speaks this verse quoted by Mahaprabhu. Srijami tanyuktoham haro harati tadvashah vishwam purusha rupena paripati trishaktidrik. Srijami tanyukto. He has appointed me in this post of creator. Tanyukta. I am following his orders. Haro harati tadvashaha. And the Supreme Lord and the Lord Shiva, he destroys tadvashaha. Under his order, Lord Shiva destroys this world. And Vishwam Purusha Rupena, and in his form as Shirodakshaya Vishnu, he maintains this universe. So basically, everybody of us, Brahmaji is saying, we are just following the orders of Krishna. That's it. We are not the supreme controllers. We are controlled. Then the Madhyam meaning, Artha of this Triadhisha is described. He is the Lord of the three Purusha avatars. He is the Lord of Karanodakshaya Vishnu, Padmanabha Vishnu, and Shirodakshaya Vishnu. Padmanabha is Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. So although they are the controllers of the universe, Mahavishnu, he is the super soul of entire cosmic manifestation. Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, he is the super soul of this universe. Shirodakshaya Vishnu is a super soul in every living entity's heart. But all these three Vishnus, they are either Amsha or Kala of Krishna, either plenary portions or portions of the plenary portions of Krishna. Krishna is the source of all these. यस्यैकनिश्वसितकालमथावलम्ब्य जीवन्ति लोमविलजा जगदण्डनाथा विष्णुर्महान् स इह यस्य कलाविशेषो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि. Mahaprabhu quotes this verse by Brahmaji. All the universes, they are coming from the pores of Mahavishnu. And second canto of Bhagavatam describes in detail how this creation happens. Vishnur Mahansa Hyayasya Kala Vishesho. That Vishnu from whose pores all these Brahmandas are coming out, he is the Kala Vishesha. He is the portion of the plenary portion of the Lord. But Govinda is the original personality. That is a Samanya, Madhyam meaning. Then he describes the confidential meaning of this word, Gudha Artha. E Artha Madhyam Shuna Gudha Artha Ar Tina Vasasthana Krishnera Shastre Khyatiyar. The Gudha meaning of this word Triyadisha is the Lord. He has three places of residences. The highest that is called as Antahpur. That is Goloka Vrindavan, where Krishna himself resides. He resides with his friends, with his associates, with his mother, father. He resides with all his near and dear ones. And Vrindavan, this is a storehouse of Krishna's mercy. Krishna is manifesting his sweetness to the epitome here. Vrindavan. Vrindavanam sakibhuvo vitanoti kirtim yad devaki sutapadambujalabda lakshmihi govinda venumanumatta mayura nityam prekshadrisan vavaratanya samasta sattvam. Vrindavan, Bhaun Vrindavan, this is the description of Bhaun Vrindavan. Vrindavan has increased the glory of Mother Earth because here Krishna has walked and he has imprinted this earth with his footprints. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes the whole Vrindavan Ashtakam. So Vrindavan, the supreme abode of the Lord, it is the abode of all sweetness, where Krishna is manifesting his topmost exchanges with his topmost devotees. There's a beautiful verse, Mahaprabhu quotes. Karuna nikuramba komale madhureshwarya vishesha shalini jayati vrajaraja nandane nahi chinta kanikabhyudeti naha. Vrindavan Dham, which is very soft. Karuna nikuramba komale. It is very soft because of Krishna's mercy. Krishna's mercy is flowing in Vrindavan profusely. And Madhurya Aishwarya Vishesha Shalini, it is specially opulent because it is the abode of Madhurya. Vaikuntha, the Madhurya is not so much displayed, it is very limited. Vrindavan is abode of Madhurya. And therefore, transcendental glories, Jayati, Brajarajanandane, the glories of the son of Nanda Maharaj is exhibited in this Vrindavan, and therefore there is no anxiety here. Then, the Antahpur is Goloka Vrindavan. Then the Madhyama Avas, that is Vaikuntha Dham. In that Vaikuntha Dham, all the Vishnus reside. Vishnu, it is called as Vishnu Loka. And there are innumerable Vishnu Loka planets. They are all full of six opulences. Bhagavatam 3rd canto describes in detail about this Vaikuntha planets. What is there in Vaikuntha? In Vaikuntha, it is all made up of Chintamani. The personalities there are all Vishnu Murti. Vasanti yatra purushaha sarve Vaikuntha Murtayaha ye animitta nimittena dharmena aradhayan harim. They are all Vaikuntha Murtis. And they are all worshipping the Lord. There is no other motive than to serve the Lord. It's all pure place, not contaminated, na raja. There is no place of even sattva guna. It is transcendental goodness. It is shuddha sattva. Because in the material world, even sattva is contaminated with rajogun and tamogun. There is no shuddha sattva in the material world. In spiritual world, it is all shuddha sattva. वैमानिकासललना चरितानि शश्वत् गायन्ति यत्र शमलं शपनानि भरतु अन्तर्जलेनु विकसन् मधुमाधवीनां गन्धेन खण्डितधियः अप्यलिनं क्षिपन्तः. The residents of Vaikuntha, keep traveling their planes with their wives, and they are moving around the beautiful gardens of Vaikuntha, which has Madhu Madhavi flowers, and the beautiful breeze carries the aroma of these flowers. But such a atmosphere doesn't contaminate their consciousness, because they're always absorbed in singing the glories of Krishna. Gayanti yatra shamalam shapanani bhartu antarjale nuvikasan madhumadhavi gandhena akhandita dhiyaha. Their dhiya, their intelligence is not contaminated. येषां बृहत्कटितटा स्मितशोभिमुख्या कृष्णात्मनां नरज आददु उत्स्मयाद्यै. Although they are moving around with their beautiful wives, but their rajogun is not entering their minds. It's all purified place, free of any contaminations. It is full of all the opulences. There is no envy there. The birds, they are singing the beautiful song glorifying Krishna, and a bumblebee comes from the garland of Lord Narayan, and all the birds, they become silent. They start hearing the humming of the bumblebee, because the bumblebee is coming from the garland of Lord. They are not envious of that bumblebee. Paravatanya Vritasarasa Chakravaka Datyuham Shukatittiri Barhinaya कोलाहलं विरमते चिरमात्रमुच्चैः भृङ्गादिपे हरिकथा इव गायमाने पारावत अन्यभृत सारस चक्रवाक दत्यूह हंस शुक तित्तिरि बर्हिणाम. All these are beautiful birds. They are singing loudly. Kolahal is happening. Kolahalam viramate chiramatram. Immediately they become silent. Why? Bhringadipe harikatha iva. As if. Bumblebee is not singing. As if. They take it as a song. They take the humming of the bumblebee as a song. Beautiful flowers are described with fragrance, beauty, much more than even heavenly flowers. They are Vaikuntha flowers. But when they see Tulasi, which doesn't have as much fragrance as these flowers, they all offer respects to Tulasi. There is no envy there. Mandara kunda kurabutpala champakarna punnaganaga bakulambuja parichata gandhirchite tulasika bharanena tasya yasmin tapam sumanaso bahumanayanti. They give all the respects to Tulasi, because Tulasi is offered at the lotus feet of Krishna always. So this Madhyama Avasa, that is Vaikuntha, it is completely purified place, and the inhabitants are also purified. They don't have any contamination. Golokanamni nijadhamni tale cha tasya devi maheshu haridama suteshu teshu te prabhava nichaya vihidashayena govindamadi purusham. tamaham bhajami. Highest is the Haridham, Golokadham. Golokadham is the highest. Golokadham Nij Dhamni. Below Golokadham are three dhams. First is Haridham, then Mahesh Dham, then Devi Dham. Devi Dham is the material world. Haridham is Vaikuntha. Mahesh Dham is the planet, the abode of Lord Shiva, Sadashiva. And then the Paravyom is described. Below this Shivadham, it is Paravyoma. That is between the spiritual and the material world. There is a river called as Viraja. This river is actually the perspiration from the body of Lord Vishnu. And therefore it is called as Vedanga. Tasyapare paravyoma tripad bhutam sanatanam amritam shashvatam nityam anantam paramam padam. So this Viraja, beyond this Viraja, above Viraja is the spiritual world which is called as Tripad, and below Viraja it is the material world which is called as Ekpad. That means spiritual world is unlimited and material world is very limited. Prabhupada writes, in spiritual dham, in spiritual world, there is no fear or anxiety. That's why it is called as Vaikuntha. It is Amritam, Shashvatam, Nityam, Anantam, Paramam Padam. It is Shashvata, it is Nitya, it is Ananta. There is no fear, there is no anxiety there. And this Devi Dham, it has unlimited universes. Nobody can count the universes also in this material world, in this Devi Dham. And in this Devi Dham, the predominating deity is Durga. Durga Devi and her maid servants, they are controlling this material world. Prabhupada writes in detail. When conditioned souls, they rebel against the God and they try to enjoy independently, they are put under the care of Durga Devi. नित्य बद्ध कृष्ण होते नित्य बहिर्मुख नित्य संसार भुंजे नर कादि दुख. We have turned our face away from Krishna since time immemorial. So now we are suffering in this material world. Nitya samsara bhunje narakadi dukkha. And then Durga Devi, she punishes. Because of this desire to enjoy separately from Krishna, Durga Devi, she punishes. Sahi doshe maya pishachi danda kore tare. Adhyatmik adi tapatraye tare jari mare. She punishes the living entities by adhidaivika, adhibhautika, adhyatmika klesh. And this world is called as Durga. It is a fort. Nobody can escape this prison house. All those people who are rebellious, they are put here so that their mentality can be corrected. But this prison is such a wonderful prison. It has no walls. They are not visible. But still, nobody wants to leave this prison house. That's how Maya Devi has created this prison house. She is called as Jagal Lakshmi. Durga Devi is Jagal Lakshmi. And she keeps the conditioned souls in this prison house. And she provides all the facilities also. Just like the prison house provides the facilities for the prisoners. Some may be in the first class prison, second class, third class, but they are in the prison. And if you please the jailer, you get good facilities. That's why people, they please Durga Devi. They worship Durga Devi, and Durga Devi gives some facilities to these prisoners. And they are allured. And they don't want to leave also. That's why Mahaprabhu comes and says, Jiva jago, Gaura Chandra bole, Koto nidra jao maya, Pishachira pole. Wake up, sleeping souls, wake up. Till when you will sleep on the lap of Maya? Maya Devi, she doesn't allow us to get up. She shows us a dream of enjoyment, and sometimes it is horrible dream, nightmare, and the person is crying in the dream, tries to wake up, but Maya Devi doesn't allow the living entity to get up. She keeps patting the living entity, sometimes gives good facilities, sometimes punishes. But somehow, if the living entity gets the chance to associate with devotees, काम क्रोधेर दास भैया तारलाती खाए भ्रमिते भ्रमिते यदि sadhu वैद्य पाए. In the course of wandering this material world, he is beaten many times, and somehow, once he gets association of devotees. And this devotee is Sadhu Vaidya. And what he does? Tara Upadesha Mantre Pishachi Palai. Krishna Bhakti Paye Tabe Krishna Nikate Aaye. He gives this mantra. Just like a person who is bitten by a snake, the expert Vaidya can chant mantra and remove the poison, neutralize the effect of the poison. So this devotee Vaidya, he gives the mantra. That is the Hare Krishna mantra. And then the material illusion is destroyed by that. So that is what happens in this material world. Krishna, he is a supreme proprietor of all these abodes. He is a supreme proprietor of Devi Dham, Vaikuntha Dham, and Goloka Dham. He is everything. Spiritual world, it is 3/4 of the creation. Material world is 1/4 of the entire creation. Mahaprabhu quotes a verse from Lakhu Bhagavat. Quotes a verse which is mentioned in Lakhu Bhagavatamrita. Tripad vibhutir dhamatvat tripad bhutam hi tatpadam vibhutir maiki sarva prokta padatmikayatah. The 3/4 of Lord's energy is manifested in the spiritual world. That's why it is called as Tripad. And 1/4 is material world. That's why it is called as Ekapad. Mahaprabhu says actually nobody can describe this spiritual world. Impossible. So therefore, I'll describe material world. That is easy to describe, Mahaprabhu says. And then he starts describing the material universe, the opulence of this material creation. He says, actually, this material creation is also not so easy to describe. There are unlimited universes, and Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma, they are called as Chiralokapal. Every universe has Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma. Chiralokapal means they are there from the beginning of the creation till the end of the creation. From the time universe is created, two universes destroyed. Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, they are there. There are many other Lokpals. There are 8 Lokpals. Lokpal means the governors, but they keep changing. Every Manvantar they change, but some Lokpals they don't change. The 8 Lokpals, which are in the 8 directions, they are Indra, Agni, Yama, Varuna, Niritti, Vayu, Kuber, and Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva don't change. He doesn't change. So therefore they are called as Chiralokapal. But these Chiralokapala, they are also under the control of the Lord. And Mahaprabhu tells a story. One time, Brahmaji, he desired to meet Lord Krishna in Dwarka. Krishna was ruling in Dwarka, and Brahmaji comes. The gatekeeper is there standing at the gate of Krishna's palace. Brahmaji, he tells, can you please tell Krishna, Lord Krishna, that Brahma has come to meet? The gatekeeper goes inside and tells Brahmaji has come. So Krishna, he tells this gatekeeper to ask which Brahma. Ask him which Brahma he is. So this gatekeeper comes and says, Krishna has asked which Brahma you are. So which Brahma? Prabhupada writes, it shows that Brahma is a post and every universe has a Brahma and the names are different. So he's asking, which Brahma? What's his name? Please go and ask him. So Brahma is really confused and surprised. Which Brahma means? What's this question? I'm the only Brahma in this universe. He says, anyways, go and tell Krishna, the four-headed Brahma, the father of the four Kumaras. The gatekeeper comes inside and tells Krishna, oh Lord, the four-headed Brahma, the father of four Kumaras have come. Okay, please bring him inside. So by the time Brahmaji comes in and he offers obeisances, Krishna, he welcomes Brahmaji nicely and he gives him nice reception. He says, yes, why have you come here? Tell me. Brahmaji says, that I'll tell later, but I have a doubt. You should first solve my doubt. Why you asked which Brahma? Is there any other Brahma in this universe? So Krishna, he smiled and he closed his eyes. Within a moment, he meditated. And unlimited Brahmas, they started arriving. Some Brahmas had 10 heads, 20 heads, 100, 1,000, 10,000, lakhs, millions of heads, 10 million heads. Other had 100 million heads. Nobody could count the number of heads. And then suddenly, Lord Shiva started arriving. Same, different number of heads. 5 heads, 10 heads, 100 heads, 10 million heads. Then many Indras also arrived. Some had hundreds and thousands of eyes all over their body. And Brahmaji, who had just 4 heads, he was like the smallest one there. When he saw the opulences of Krishna, he was very, very bewildered. He felt as if I am a rabbit among so many elephants. And then all the Brahmas, they came, they offered their respects to Krishna. And Krishna, he asked them, they touched their helmet to the feet of Krishna. Krishnera chinti shakti lakhite kihanare yata brahma tata murti ekai sharire. Who can describe the opulences of Krishna? All the Brahmas who were manifesting were there. They all reside in the body of Krishna. So all these Brahmas, they offered their obeisances, their helmets touched the feet of Krishna and created a tumultuous sound. They offered prayers. All the Brahma, all the Shiva, Indra, they all offered prayers that you have shown a great favor on all of us by calling us and giving your darshan. We are so very fortunate that we got your darshan, oh my Lord. Because you accept me as your servant, you accept us as your servant, you have called me. Interestingly, none of these Brahmas could see other Brahmas. Everybody was thinking that Krishna has only called me. And they are all offering their prayers. You have called me here, considering me to be your servant. I am so very fortunate. Please let me know. How can I serve you? What's the order? Krishna, he replied, oh, I just wanted to see you all. So, all of you, are you happy? You're not fearful or anxiety because of some demons? So all of them said, no, no, we are all doing good. Because whenever there is problem, whenever there are demons, you take birth, take avatar, and you destroy all the miscreants. So there is no problem. We are victorious everywhere. This is the proof of the Dwarka's opulence. And all the Brahmas, they are saying that Krishna is staying in my jurisdiction. They are saying Krishna is staying in my universe. And then this four-headed Brahma, he is thoroughly getting bewildered. Then after some time, all these Brahmas, they offered their obeisances. They left. None of them could see that other Brahmas are also there. But Krishna, he gave this vision to our four-headed Brahma. He could see all these hundreds and millions of Brahmas. And Brahma, then he came to his senses. He said, whatever I had decided previously by my intelligence, now I have personally verified this. What he has verified? Jananta eva jananta kimbahuktya name prabho manusho vapusho vacho vaibhavam manaso vapusho vacho vaibhavam tavagochara. If some people say that I know Krishna, let them say whatever they want. Kimbahuktya named, but this is not my opinion. If some people say I know Krishna, let them be satisfied with that. But I don't know Krishna. I don't know the powers of Krishna. By my mind, by my body, by my words, manaso, vapusho, vacho, vaibhavam, the opulence of Krishna, it is impossible to be understood. So that is the power of, that is the extent of Krishna's opulence. So that is the third meaning of this word Triyadhisha. Okay, we'll stop here. We'll continue with the fourth meaning of this word Triyadhisha. Krishna, before this Brahma departed, he told, actually, oh Brahma, your universe is only 4 billion miles. It is the smallest of all universes. There are other universes. Depending on the size of the universe, the Brahmas had that many heads. So some universes, 1 billion yojanas, some is 1 trillion yojanas, 10 trillion, 100 trillion yojanas. Your universe is the smallest. So therefore you only have 4 heads. So just to take care of the universal management, the bigger universes have bigger Brahmas, many more heads. And actually, nobody can even estimate the size of my material universe. It is 1/4 is also not possible to be understood. What to speak of the spiritual planet? Impossible. So that's how he describes the material universe. And beyond that is Paravyoma, which is indestructible. So we'll stop here and we'll continue next time from verse number 90. Hare Krishna. श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु की जय, श्री कृष्ण भगवान की जय।